Are you looking for the best 3-room tent? In this video we will look at some of the 4 best tents on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Ozark Trail 3-Room Cabin. If you're looking for a big 3-room family tent on a small budget, the Ozark Trail 3-Room Cabin is the tent to beat. With room for 12, tall ceilings, and near vertical walls, this massive airy shelter has space for the whole crew to stretch out in comfort. Our favorite feature on the Ozark Trail, aside from its affordable price, is its large shared awning space. By utilizing the tent's unique L-shaped layout, Ozark Trail was able to integrate a pole-supported awning into the front of the shelter that shields both of the tent's doors for dry entry/exit. This also makes a great place to store wet boots, firewood, or any number of bulky items you don't want taking up space inside the tent. We also appreciate that this shelter utilizes an instant tent setup. Despite its imposing size, the 3-room cabin goes up easily in well under 10 minutes using pre-attached poles and locking hubs. It's a bit of a workout when pitching one yourself, but it can certainly be done solo in a pinch. The main drawback of this value-added shelter is that due to its tall walls and boxy shape, it wouldn't be our first pick in heavy winds. Ozark Trail includes a respectable amount of guy lines to help stabilize the tent, but there's only so much you can do with a cabin this size. We'll also note that the tent is made from fairly rudimentary 68D polyester fabric, which means you'll need to take extra care when pitching and packing it to avoid any premature rips and tears. At number 2. Core 12-Person Instant Cabin. The most space possible for the least amount of money, that's what the Core 12-Person Instant Cabin is all about. We love the Core because it goes toe-to-toe with the largest tents on our list in terms of outright interior space, but does it for even less money than our favorite budget pick. You'd think a tent this large at a price this good would be as bare bones as they come, but another surprising perk of the Core cabin is that it's actually fairly well equipped in terms of features. For instance, this tent sports the same easy-pitching instant cabin design as other models twice its price, and also features the same modular 3-room layout using a pair of included privacy dividers. We also like that Core went the extra mile when it came to ventilation here. Between the cabin's full mesh ceiling, 6 large zippable windows, double mesh doors, and the 2 large ground-level vents on either end of the shelter, this tent promises to stay condensation-free regardless of what the weather holds. As you might expect in a shelter this affordable, our main concern with the Core Instant Cabin is durability. The steel and fiberglass poles feel a little on the thinner side, the fabric is only 68 denier throughout, and the plastic hinges/brackets for the folding poles are pretty basic. We'll also note that the minimal rainfly coverage leaves a lot riding on the fabric's waterproof treatment and seam taping, so we mainly recommend this tent for fair weather weekends and light rain. At number 3. Bushnell Shield 12-Person Cabin. If you're digging the big 3-room cabin idea but want something a little tougher and better suited to bad weather, we recommend checking out the Bushnell Shield 12-Person Cabin. Durability-wise, we love the Shield for its generous use of beefy 150 denier polyester fabric in both the walls and rainfly of the shelter. The floor gets an even tougher 250 denier spec, making it a great candidate for heavy foot traffic and indoor furniture. Weather-wise, the Shield is fully seam-taped to keep rain at bay, and also benefits from Bushnell's unique heat shield fabric, which employs a metallic silver backing to keep the inside of the tent cooler and darker in hot weather. As far as the layout goes, this tent is essentially just one giant rectangle, but includes 2 privacy dividers to evenly split the massive interior into 3 separate sections. We like this approach because it allows you to divide the tent up when needed, but still allows you to make full use of the entire interior when you're camping with a smaller group. We don't have many complaints with the Shield apart from its considerable weight and bulk, but considering this is, A 12-person tent and, B, an instant tent with pre-attached poles, both the size and weight are more or less par for the course. Our only other gripe here is that for some reason Bushnell only built a single door into the Shield's design. Not a big issue if you're only sharing it with a couple extra campers, but we don't relish the thought of 8 or more people sharing a single door for late-night bathroom breaks. At number 4. Ozark Trail Hazel Creek. The Ozark Trail Hazel is, quite literally, the biggest tent we've ever seen. With room for 16 campers or 4 queen-sized air mattresses, chances are this thing has more room than you'll ever need, but hey, if you're gonna go glamping, go big or go home. We like the Hazel Creek because it employs a unique T-shaped design, which places 2 bedrooms in either of the wings of the tent, and then leaves the center section open for additional mattresses or a full-sized living room with plenty of space left over for deer, bikes, the family sedan, etc. Ozark Trail even includes a 55-inch drop-down movie screen inside the Hazel Creek, which is ideal for a family movie night if you've got a projector handy. A few other highlights we appreciate include outstanding ventilation from a whopping total of 9 mesh windows, massive 80-inch cathedral ceilings in the main living room of the tent, and an all-mesh roof for expansive stargazing after dark. As it is often the case with department store tents, our biggest concern with the Hazel Creek is durability. While the upright poles are made from sturdy steel, the roof supports are fairly average-looking fiberglass, and there's a lot of it due to the outright size of this shelter. We'll also note that this isn't an instant tent-style shelter, which bodes well for long-term durability, but makes it virtually impossible to pitch by yourself.